6 months ago, BBC Labs fired up a Mastodon server to explore the Fediverse. It's a sort of evaluation effort any business might engage in with a new service or technology. They look at the costs and kick the tires to test what such things really have to offer. And in February, they announced they were going to continue with Mastodon, being quite pleased with their experience. Their blog post announcing the extension is noteworthy for professionals or organizations who seek authentic engagement and outreach from social media. It seems Mastodon punches above its user base weight. In other words, the BBC experience suggests that platform size is not everything, which is a strikingly counterintuitive outcome when you consider that social media is a poster child of the network effect, where size is everything. And I want to remark here that this is not the only time I've seen this kind of experience. I have seen more than a few remarks on Mastodon from Twitter migrants, and I think mainly of writers, where they report that while they have a smaller following, that following is far more engaged with them. And I think for some professions and organizations, this is quite a noteworthy difference. It is natural to ask why, all things being equal, Mastodon should punch above a network effect weight. But all things are not equal. Mastodon and most of the Fediverse are non-commercial media, while the platforms of Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, and Reddit all are. The latter have a commercial incentive to categorize and pigeonhole users, to maximize time spent exclusively on their platforms, and shape timelines around revenue. All this is done by an algorithm. In the Fediverse, people are the algorithm. For example, what shows up in my timeline is any content that mentions hashtags I follow, groups I follow, and any posts made by accounts that I follow, or by content boosted by those accounts. And the upshot of this is Mastodon's a neutral platform. It's not trying to prioritize making a buck off of your timeline. On a commercial platform, I know Facebook is notorious for this, but also YouTube increasingly. Sponsored content, advertisers take priority over a lot of other content. It's I think, a pretty serious problem on Facebook and has been for a long time. But Twitter, well, any of the commercial platforms are all subject to that sort of manipulation. Lastly, there is one very important existential consideration I don't think many professionals or organizations take into account with these monolithic commercial platforms. That is that they exercise absolute control over your account. And at any time, for any reason, political, financial, or simply as a side effect of automated moderation system, you could lose access to years or decades of content and of time and effort that's put in to build out a client base or an audience that supports your livelihood or your organization's objectives. Poof, gone, nada, no more. And you have no redress. None whatsoever. It's their house, their rules. They get to do whatever they want. They can kick you off and take your data and sell it to someone else. I don't know, you could look at Reddit for an example of this. But really, this is happening everywhere across the internet for just about any service. It's not restricted to social media at all. And I have to ask, what businessman, what sane, rational society even would ever subject themselves to this kind of tyranny? It's intolerable. And I kind of would wonder what, say, the founding fathers would make about the situation we've allowed ourselves to be put into. Because, they'll probably say, well, what was the whole point of that Tea Party we had a couple of centuries ago in Boston? Right now is a great time to take out a social media platform insurance policy. Get yourself a Mastodon account or dust off that Mastodon account from a few years back where you didn't really see anything going on. Mastodon has grown considerably, mostly thanks to basically to Elon Musk. He's been one of the best marketing tools for Mastodon. It's kind of karmic here because it's unpaid and uncompensated work he's doing in our Mastodon's favor, really. Although the Tumblr CEO has managed to jump into the fray. Thank you, buddies. Thank you for making Mastodon even more popular and enhancing the Fediverse's network effects. You're doing good, guys. Keep it up.